What's going on, y'all? I'm making this quick little video because something that had been on my mind heavily. I wanted to kind of explain to people the dangers of interracial dating. You know what I mean? A lot of people seem to think that we live in this post-racial society to where it's like it's no danger, so it's no need for people to procreate with their own kind or their own species, especially us black people. So what I was going to do was try to enlighten people, but keep it real plain. All that deep stuff don't really matter. This stuff is very basic. Even a child should be able to understand this. One of the dangers of interracial dating is this, for one. It confuses the children. Now, if you look at black kids, most black kids are already confused about who they are. Even us adults, we don't really have no identity. We all call ourselves black. Black is just a color. We know that it's just a color. It's not a race. Just like Spanish, it's like a language. So we don't know our roots. We only know the history that is taught to us by the white people, which ain't much. So when you have a child mainly by a European, because a lot of the other races is nothing but black people with different nationalities. So I'm mainly talking about European people. It leaves these kids confused. I was at the store at Walmart at Kmart with my sister, and we saw a black girl, a little black girl, looks like a normal black girl. Then we end up hearing her talking Spanish, and we like, dang, she was talking some kind, she talking Spanish. Now, her mama was, Spanish or whatever, but it was other kids that was with her mama, and they looked at just Spanish just like her or whatever. And just to give a quick example, the little girl was picking up something for her hair at the store that she wanted her mama to buy her. She was with her mama and her grandmama. So when she picked this stuff up, her mama gets to yelling. Now, man, there's a lot of people around, white people, whatever, everybody's in the store. She says, no, put that down. She said, that won't work on your hair. She said, your hair is nappy. She said, your hair is not like a white girl. Your hair is not like mine. She said, your hair is nappy. She kept saying that, kept telling. So the little girl busted out crying. So the grandmama say, don't say it to her like that. Don't say it like that. And she's like, why not, mama? She say, I'm tired of hot pressing her hair and trying to do all this stuff to her hair. Her hair gets on my nerves. Her hair is nappy. And so this woman had to have had a baby, a black man, African, you know what I mean? Because she looked it straight like she was black. But like I said, she must have been half black, half, Mexican, whatever like that. So that's going to be a problem with that little girl, because she's going to be looking in her house, seeing her brothers and sisters with this so-called good hair, and hers is not like that. And her mama's constantly saying her hair is nappy. So she's going to hate the fact that her daddy is black and that her hair doesn't look like everybody else's. Also, let's just say we was to have any kind of a race war with or whatever, just a race war. The people who are biracial, what side are they going to be on? Because let's be honest about it. When people have mixed babies, the white people don't accept them as white. Us, because we have a more loving spirit in general than Europeans, when there's somebody mixed with black, we just consider them to be black, and we accept them whether they have a white parent or not, or whatever other kind of parent. White people don't do that. White people, if you don't look just like them, if you're not a real white person with two white parents, they do not consider you to be white. If you notice that all biracial and mixed people, they always identify with being black, even though they might not want to, even though they might not so much like the fact that they mix with black, but because the white people would never consider them to be white, and they can never go into a job, fill out an application, and put on there, I'm white, the people will laugh at them, because the black blood is so strong. You always come out usually looking like a black person. You might just have some different kind of hair a little bit, which is another reason why most people love to date outside their race. They want their child to be lighter than them. They want their child to have that so-called good curly hair. They don't want their kids to have to worry about, I guess, getting a perm or having to comb their nappy hair. Now, some people will say, "Oh, you can't, help who you fall in love with," and all this stuff. Now, it's funny to me is that before it was legal for people to interracially date, black and white, it's funny how everybody fell in love with another black person. See, what I recognize is that whenever you give people grace, like as they say in religion, Jesus Christ came and did away with the laws, and it's all about grace. Whenever you have grace, whenever you have no laws, people will always act a fool and always do everything that they're not supposed to do. So I'm not for all that grace and not having laws. There's no way you can run a household, a business, a society, or anything without laws. Religion, whatever. All that grace and this is a new time we living in. No, it's not. It's no different. If it was so different, it wouldn't be no Trayvon right now, and a whole lot of Trayvons that people ain't heard about. There were two guys down south that basically got hung from a tree or were hanging from a tree. They claimed it was suicide, but the funny part is that they were both down south in a very racist area, and both of them was dating white women. That seems like too much coincidence to me. So all I'm saying is that people need to understand that war is not always about guns. War is economics. Whenever you don't have a real community, when you don't own no stores, no gas stations, that's war. Whenever your babies, have y'all seen the black doll, white doll test? All the black kids said that the white dolls were pretty, they were special, they were angels, they were nice dolls. They asked them, okay, what is the black doll? They said the black doll is ugly. The black doll is evil. Now, mind you, these are black kids. So what does that tell you? I got a niece, and I educate her well on what's going on in the world as far as racism and things like that. And even she still came to us one day and said, I want to be a doctor or lawyer like white people. Now, why would she say that? That's because on TV, all you see is black people dancing, rapping, bullshitting, and stuff like that. Every time you see somebody productive on TV, it's usually a white person. So these babies, they see things. You cannot raise your kids to love everybody if they black, because the world is against them. Every law is against them. They create laws just to lock black people up. Anything a black person does becomes illegal. When we started running numbers or playing a lottery, before there ever was a lottery, they made it illegal because they saw how it was profiting our community. They made it illegal, locked niggas up. A couple years later, they come out with the lottery, and now we all playing the lottery. Anything, even if it's something negative, it still becomes popular, and they make it bad because we doing it. For instance, if a black girl has on some shorts, say she has on some shorts that's kind of short, she go to Walmart, people going to look at her and say she's a hoe. She's wearing those little shorts. If a white woman puts on little shorts, they're going to say, oh, she's just hot. She's just running track. She's just working out. That's it. But the black woman's going to be a hoe. So what I'm saying is we live in a society where everything black is bad. When you look in the dictionary, everything black is evil, bad, filthy. Everything white is pure, godly, divine. So the last thing I want to say is that when you mix your seeds with your enemy or with people who don't like you as a whole, not saying everybody, but as a whole, also you got to look at it like this. That's another form of genocide. If I have a baby by a white woman, that white woman raises my child, that child grows up and has another baby by another white person. So, okay, now, I've already mixed out half of my genetics, my features, and everything by mixing my seed the first time. Now, my grandbaby grows up and mix their seed with another person of another race or another European. Now my genetics is really totally gone. Now, I got strong blood. Everybody in my family, whether it's man or woman, all their kids look like them. My genes are more powerful than other black people's genes because I look at my sisters, my female cousins, everybody in my family, all the kids come out looking like our side of the family 98% of the time. So I know my genes are strong. But if you are doing this interracial dating, you're going to get rid of all your features. Like my mama, she like looking at her grandbaby because her grandbaby favors her. So if you mixing your seed with someone, you mix your seed one time, that child grows up, mix their seed again. If you live long enough and then that your grandbaby mix their seed again with another European, you'll be at your family reunion looking at your great grandchild and your grandkids, and they'll look nothing like you. They'll be totally white. See, white people think 200-300 years in advance. We only think of right now. Ain't nothing racist with wanting to see your offspring look like you, your family tree look like you. That's normal. But that don't make you racist. And people throw the word racist around and don't even know what racism is. Racism is not the KKK burning stuff down. Racism smiles at you. Racism acts like it likes you. There's racism in religion. When you keep going to the gas station and the Arab is selling you everything, that's racism. When you don't own no stores in your community, that's racism. When you don't make no money off nothing, as soon as you get paid, you have to give your money to everybody of another race of people because your people don't own anything, that's racism. So racism is not just hurting, killing somebody, calling them a nigger, calling them a cracker. Also, the root word of racism is race. We all know what a race is. A race is about winning at whatever you're doing. The only problem with black people is that we don't know what team we on. This is a race. Everybody has their race. The Chinese people, the white people, the Koreans, the Arabs. It's a race. It's a race for resources, community, knowledge, whatever it is. It's a race. So sometimes you got to look at the root word of these things. So a lot of people just don't understand how important it is. Ask yourself this: all the rich people who really control the world, why don't none of them have black husbands and black wives? Because they understand that if you want to have a real community, you can't keep mixing your seed. Because how can you have a black community if nobody in the community is black? Everybody's mixed and has mixed their seed out. I mean, how is that? That's not possible. So what I'm saying is people need to understand the importance of teaching your baby sons, your daughters to love their people, to try their best to stick with a black man, black woman. They don't have to stick with nobody in America. There's black women that live in Brazil, Africa, all kind of different places. You don't have to keep dating people that live in your city. I mean, you do whatever you got to do to find a good person. You know what I mean? A lot of people saying, oh, all black women ain't shit. How do you know? You ain't dated all of them. All the women you dating is in the hood, in the projects, or in the ghetto. You ain't dated all black women. Same thing for, black men. All black men ain't the same. Everybody don't hang on the corner. All of us still are not selling drugs. So you looking at the ass end of black people, and you trying to say all black people are this certain way. So you have to go and date a white person. You know what I mean? Or whatever the case might be. So interracial dating is not nothing that people need to be promoting. You know what I mean? It's just not a cool thing to do. That's what got us in this problem we in now. All this racial mixing. Those kids are unloyal because they don't know what side to be on because one of their parents is black, one side is white. So we can't use them to benefit anything. They not going to be down for black empowerment because they not all the way black. They might join the KKK one day and join the Black Panthers the next day. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, that's not all. Some interracial kids are more pro-black than the real all-the-way black people. But I'm just saying in my mind is that, that mixing your seed stuff, that should be something that black people, we should have learned our history on that. That's what got us in this problem now. You know what I mean? And it's mainly black men. I ain't just really talking about black. I'm talking about mainly black men. Because we do it more than anybody. More than anybody. And when that white woman called them police on you because y'all done had a little domestic violence, that white man coming to kick your ass. They probably go beat you up on the way to jail. When that white woman called the police on a black man, it's going to be hell. So I'm just saying, if all that interracial, they come on, we love everybody. Everybody don't love you. That's the whole point of the matter. You love who love you. You don't love everybody. That's dumb. You gonna love your enemy, or you gonna love somebody who done hurt and killed your family? I mean, come on, that kind of love will get you killed. That's stupid. But I'm gonna make a part 2 to this. I appreciate y'all. I'll holler at y'all next time or whatever.